We are back with another Sorare video, and we have been getting the gallery ready for the new European season. There's been some small changes to the gallery, there's been some monster changes to the gallery, and I will run through my strategy and show you some of the potential lineups for the start of the season. So let's get into it. So to start with, the small change to the gallery, it's just the name. We are now called FC Tato's Villa. Tato's being my nickname. Villa obviously being an Aston Villa fan. Obviously I was the Villa to glory because I was using Villa collections and Villa stacks to try and win my rewards each game week. And yes, I did do well. I had a couple of podiums and some decent finishes, but it's time for a change, and that is the monster change to the gallery. It is the cards I have brought in for this upcoming season. And as you can see off the bat, there is a Kylian Mbappe, there's a Harry Kane, there's a Jude Bellingham, there's a Musiala forward card, there's a Rodrigo, and the list goes on. It just keeps going and going. We've got a Trubin, we've got a Vinny Jr., a Maignan, a Wirtz, a Verbruggen, Courtois, Alisson Becker, Neuer, Vicario, Bruno Fernandes, Son, Cole Palmer. We've got Grimaldo, Kimmich, Chevalier, Kvaratskhelia, Ter Stegen, Mainu, Boniface and João Neves, and that is just the first page. Trent, Xavi Simons, Nico Williams, Pedri, Goulet, Odegaard, Garnacho, Rice, Gakpo, Nunes, McAllister, Rodrigo, Osimhen, Bruno Guimaraes, Schlotterbeck, Valverde, Elise. We've got Dani Olmo, Salah, Saliba, Calafiori, Van der Voort, Havertz, Van Dijk, Enzo Fernandez. We got a Lenny Euro, Gvardiol, Camavinga, Chouameni and Anthony Gordon. And it keeps going. We have got a Romero, a Rashford, a Rafinha, a Julian Alvarez, Trafford, Szoboszlai, Kovar, Koundé, Gabriel, Luis Diaz, Alphonso Davies, Van der Ven, Alessandro Martinez, Ake, Paulinho, Militao, Lunin, Marquinhos, Ugarte, Ben White, João Felix, Diego Jota, Terrier, Matson, Tar, Timber, Jesus, Ortega, Tonali, Stones, Fabian Ruiz, Rudiger, Trossard, Canarte and Lewis Miley. For the fourth page, we have got Martinelli, Robertson, Gravenberch, Hincapié, Brahim, Amadou Onana, Kelleher, Kwanzaa, Ethan Mbappe, Lenormand, Reina, Grealish, Pina, Mendy, Chalobah, Smith Rowe, and I believe we're getting into the collection pieces now. These are in there to build up the XP on the collection scores. But you go to the last page, and I don't know why they just chuck some of your trades and your rewards on the last page. So we've got a Vitinha, who I traded in, a Santiago Jimenez, who I won as a reward, U23. Araujo was a trade. Baturina, another U23 mid who is really good. Same with Tillman from PSV. We got a Marmadashvili, a Conceição, a Sakura reward, and right at the end is our 1 of 1,000 Ashley Young. So those are all the new players in the gallery. There's some massive purchases there, some insane players on Sorare. And like I said, it was time for a change, and I've done it because of the new competitions. Because obviously there's Champ, there's Prem, there's La Liga, there's Bundesliga, and you can put 3 lineups in each. Also U23, which you can also put 3 lineups in. So we'll head over to Sorare data now. I've run through my strategy, and I will show you the potential lineups for the first game weeks of the season. So my strategy for this upcoming European season, I know I'm on game week 504 and the Prem actually starts in 502, but this is the game week that all my players were in, so I could show it a bit easier. I am going to be concentrating Premier League Classic, Champ Classic and under 23. That is 9 lineups I want to get out every week. Obviously, depending on matchups, depending on injuries, players, wherever they move, go, new arrivals come in. So I will put a lineup in Prem Classic. I will put my strongest lineup possible in Prem Classic. And then I will move to Champ Classic and put my strongest lineup in there. And then I will move to under 23 and I will put my strongest lineup in there. I want to do it this way because I want my strongest Prem Classic lineup in the highest division. And then I want my strongest Champ lineup in the highest division. I don't want to fill out the Prem with one of them, maybe if they get relegated, drop down to Division 4 or 5 and have a strong lineup in there. And then when you get to Classic, you've just got rubbish players in Champ left to go in there. So that's the way I'm going to run it. Prem, Champ, under 23, and if there's anything left, they will get put in La Liga and Bundesliga Classic. It only shows one in under 23 at the moment because they haven't added the multi-entry, so I put the other 2 lineups in Academy just to show you the potential teams we can have at the start of the season. So the first one, like I said, I went into was Prem Classic. I'm currently Division 2 with 2 lineups, but the first one was Ortega. Could be Edison, could bring in an Edison, depends if he makes that move to Saudi. If he stays, he probably carries on as the number 1. If he leaves, I believe Ortega will take that starting jersey. Then Gavardio, Rodrigo, who's obviously just one of the best players on the platform, scores insane. Heung-min Son and Mo Salah, all home fixtures for that game week. Obviously City against Ipswich, Son at home to Everton, and Liverpool at home to Brentford. I do like to go double mid, but in this one I've gone double forward just because they're really good matchups. And then, like I said, I moved to Champ Classic and I've gone in with Courtois, Militao, Bellingham and Mbappe. And to finish it off, excuse me again, I have gone with Fabian Ruiz. And I've done this that I learned from playing with my collections, with my Villa collection, and I had the Arsenal and Liverpool. I was going 5-man stacks each game week from the same team. And yeah, I did get a few podiums and a few high finishes, but I was noticing week in, week out, the people that were beating me were the people that had a different player. They had a differential in their lineup. They'd have 3 or 4 from the same team with the XP bonus, and then they'd have a player who was expected to smash from a different team. So if I come in with, make it easy, 100 points Courtois, 100 points Militao, 100 points Bellingham, 100 points Mbappe, and then I had Vinny in there and he didn't get a decisive, come in with 55, and they had the Fabian Ruiz who got a decisive, they were getting the extra 25, 30 points, because it is hard to pick a 5-man lineup from the same team where every player is going to smash. So I've tried to go with a differential in every lineup for this new season to see how it works. It seemed to work well for everybody else, so fingers crossed it works well for me. And then the under 23, the first lineup is Trubin, who's just ridiculous, Van der Ven, Xavi Simons, could end up back at Leipzig, could end up at Bayern are also after him, so it's unknown where he'll end up at the moment. Conceição is just really good as well, and Elise, who has just joined Bayern Munich. And then carried on the thing from Prem to Classic to under 23, but I won't keep going up and down. I will just run through the lineups with you. So second team in Prem Classic is Vicario Romero, really good home game against Everton. Then Bruno Fernandes, Anthony Gordon and Bruno Guimaraes. So we got different teams in there. Let's mix them up a bit. And then the Division 3 lineup is Alisson, Trent, McAllister, Gakpo, so 4 from Liverpool, but Cole Palmer is in there as the differential as they've got a game against Wolves, and I believe Chelsea could do quite well this season. I know they sacked Poch at the end of the season. He just started getting them playing really well. Last like 5-6 games, they were playing really nice football and getting some really good results, but they sacked him, brought in a new manager, So fingers crossed they can carry on the form they left with, and Cole Palmer can score 5 million penalties again. And then the Champions Classic, we have got Mainan, Slotterbeck, Vitinha, Musiala and Kimmich. Like I say, I've got the Musiala forward card, which really helps because I can play the double mid in the other positions then. And the third lineup is Ter Stegen and Koundé, Olmo, Kane and Paulinho. And then the two under-23 lineups that are left is Chevalier, Hincapié, Baturina, Vinny Jr. and João Neves. And team 3 is Van der Voort, Lenny Yoro, obviously just joined Manu, Vert, Nico Williams, but he could actually be playing for Barcelona, not against them in this lineup if the transfer goes through, and Tillman to finish that lineup. This could be a different keeper. Like I said, I have got Verbruggen, but he is rumoured to be injured and might miss the first couple of games of the season. And Van der Voort is not nailed on. This is his Genk card, but he was actually signed by Leipzig 2 seasons ago, and they sent him back on loan for 2 years to Genk. So he's now just come back. So is he going to get the number 1 jersey? Let's hope so, and he can be in my lineups. So those are the potential lineups going in to the first couple of game weeks of the new European season. Obviously, these are going to change week in, week out. I've got no Villa players in any of these lineups for this game week because we are at home to Arsenal. Going to be a very tough game. I know we beat them twice last season, but it's not a fixture you can depend on so rare to get high scores. So obviously easier opponents, players are going to be rotated in, rotated out every game week. So the next video on the channel will probably be my goals for the upcoming season, what I want to achieve over the season with these players, how I want to progress in Sorare. So don't forget, if you are enjoying the videos, guys, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Good luck in the new European season if you are playing it. Thanks very much for watching and have fun.